Fast 29's coverage of the USORL Cup Series takes us to Talladega. It's the Yellowwood pressure-treated pine 180. And you're tuned into the Fast 29 Countdown to Green, presented by Cure SMA. Chris Pickett here with you alongside my buddy Dale Barham tonight. Take a look at the weather conditions for tonight's race. 82 degrees, 94 degrees track temperature, partly sunny skies, a west wind bouncing around 5 to 10 mile an hour, 33% humidity.
Yeah, perfect weather to go racing.
Looking forward to it here tonight. Gonna have some fun. 3 races left in the chase for the USORL Cup Series title. And we'll take a quick look at the championship standings as they are tonight. As we get started tonight, Scott Lamp with a 33-point cushion over Garrett Sidnor, who is not here tonight. They are, I believe, at Martinsville checking out the race tonight with the modifieds and the Mazdas tonight. So the guys that don't have a number next to their name, they are not here tonight, and more than likely doing that. So, but you see a 33-point lead over Garrett Sidnor. William Page is sitting in third. Thankfully, he didn't lose too many points after I absolutely chopped the crap out of him at Watkins Glen last week. Austin Hakes, Cal Love all rounds out the top 5. Barnes, Ingram, Smith, Joyce, and Hazard your top 10. Take a look at the next group of cars here. Zach Rostowski, Huang Do, the rest of the playoff drivers, 116 points back of the leaders. And then we'll kind of drop back through the top 30 so you can see if your favorite driver is sitting in the top 30 right now. There they are. And then once again, the drivers that have numbers next to their names, they are in the server tonight. Well, Dale, here we are. Talladega, as we see Blake Viken trying to figure out where he's going out of the tri-oval here. He's looking to hang out in the infield here, it looks like.
Look, Talladega infield is a party central. You know, he's just trying to partake in some fun before the race gets underway.
I like it. And I think that's where our friend Jamie Zalecki is. Unfortunately, he's not here tonight. We believe he is somewhere lost in the Talladega infield. Jamie, if you can hear me out there, just come toward the light, brother. Come to the light. We're up here. See, look, we're way up here. This is our view right here. We're watching Darren Ingram go through the tri-oval. This is where we are. Come to the light, my friend. Come to the light.
He's just having fun down in the infield, you know. Sadly, we can't join him, you know.
And for some reason, Blake's still trying to hang out in the infield, as our director just loves to show him right now. There's Tommy Bordeaux in the 57. Everybody just kind of trying to figure out where we're at here. Oh, the qualifying's still going. My apologies. This is actually qualifying that we're seeing. Not for sure where Viken was going in qualifying there, but qualifying is about finished up. Got about 35 seconds left. So tonight, just a quick rules check. Normally we show a choose cone graphic for the races, but tonight at Talladega there is no choose cone. So they will be lining up as iRacing will line them up. So that's a change compared to what we normally see with the USORL Cup Series. So that will be something to keep an eye on. Whatever lane you're in that iRacing wants you to be in, that's where you're going.
Yeah, cut down on the amount of stuff Race Control has to do. You know, just let iRacing do its thing and line them up and get it green as fast as possible.
Yeah, less black flags to clear, the better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like Talladega is always, historically Talladega is one of the more fun races on the calendar. You know, last couple of years in real life, with the package they run, it gets kind of stale. You know, Atlanta holds the banner now of amazing, drafting / plate track racing, like whatever you want to call it. Hopefully we get a nice callback to classic Talladega racing tonight.
Yeah, we'll be looking forward for that tonight. Having a little issue with our audio coming from the track, it sounds like, so we're trying to get that ironed out. We'll hopefully have our audio that we had starting last week of the drivers talking. as the race goes on. But we'll get to that point in a second. But for now, let's go ahead and take a look at how they're going to line up here tonight for this Yellowwood 180 at Talladega. On the pole, it is Austin Hakes in the 28 alongside his teammate Scott Lamp, the points leader right now. Row 2, Noah Joyce alongside Tommy Bordeaux. Row 3, Joseph Weaver alongside Huang Do. Henrietta Bordeaux and Michael Marotta in row 4. Row 5 is Darren Ingram and DJ Harris. Row 6, Colby Martin and Cal Lovall. John Peterson and Zach Krastowski in row 7. Blake Veeken and Luke Smith, pancakes, in row 8. And we jammed up there. I'm just going to get that back going here, sorry. Probably going to see the entire field again, but here we go. Let's blast through them again real quick here so you see where your favorite's going here. We've gone through the first few rows, so we'll hop through them real fast here. That Henrietta Bordeaux car is amazing looking.
Mm-hmm.
That Baskin-Robbins Halloween car. The Booskin-Robbins. Love it. There we go. Not for sure if Trey's actually here, but he's listed in the 23. William Page there. And Davey Hazard in the 92 rounds out the field. Which he may not be here either. There was a rumor that he might not be here as well, but we'll see if he actually shows up. But he was in the server when the qualifying ended.
Nice, switch in the front row between those two teammates. Scott Lamp and Hakes up there. Nice switch. Usually a Scott on the getting pole.
There is that Booskin-Robbins machine, the 26 of Henrietta Bordeaux, coming through the tri-oval. The throwback to one of the Scooby-Doo rides from the mid-90s that the 29 used to run.
That whole Cartoon Network.
The Cartoon Network.
Cars.
Yep. Saw briefly Noah Joyce there. There is Trey Coleman. He's actually out here. Not for sure if that's actually his actual scheme. We're going to see if we can get that fixed before the race begins. There's Colby Martin in the 94. And we'll cut back to Henrietta here in just a moment as well. Get another good look at that. There it is.
Give that scheme plenty of camera time,
Actually, I take that back. That is a throwback to the UPS ride that Dale Jarrett had. My apologies. That's because she's got the Booskin-Robbins logo on the hood that is actually the old UPS logo. Cannot remember what year that was. Hopefully maybe somebody can help us out with that, but I cannot remember what year it was, but I do remember it running. There is Noah Joyce in the 31 Bass Pro machine. We're going to do something on the fly here and see if we can fix Trey's car, see if it actually pops up. And Blake's still down there doing whatever.
Driver's meeting.
Hey, the radio is working, so we'll duck out of the driver's meeting here so that way we don't hear them. Okay, I think we're good now. Yep, I think we're good. Okay, cool. So one thing that we did want to mention, Dale, before we start this broadcast tonight, this a big stat here, is in this second race of the season at Talladega in the USORL Cup Series, that has been done since Season 2. We're in Season 12 now. Mm-hmm. There has not been a repeat winner of this race.
Yeah, Talladega is one of those tracks where being at the right place at the right time could, either, be a win or, disaster. You might get caught up in the big one, or you just might skirt through unscathed and survive and win a race. That's the magic of Talladega.
And of those previous Talladega winners, there are 1, 2, 3, 5 of those here tonight. So that possibility is there. Peterson, Ingram, Tommy Bordeaux, Hazard, and Doe are the winners of this race previously. So about half the field
Yes,
of
thank you.
winners. So that's
Yeah.
cool little stat there. We'll see how that goes.
You guys, except for Cal.
And that
Fuck you,
Buskin
Cal.
Robbins car is a Dale Jarrett reference from
I used to love Cal
2004.
back when he was
Thank
cool.
you.
He was a Frankenstein.
The Frankenstein machine, yes.
Cal is never fucking cool.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and get this show on the road. We'll show the starting lineup one more time here as they get rolling here.
I'm just here, man. Cal, shut up.
Did I put the car in reverse and back into William Page?
As they're chatting before this race starts.
Go ahead, you're saving me a lot of effort.
Pancake.
Gotta love it.
Mm-hmm.
Right now you don't know who's talking because I don't have that overlay on this screen, but that's okay. We don't need to hear it anyway. We take a look at all the cars as they get lined up here, and they start to roll out. Starting on the track, Dale, not in the pit lane.
Hey, Luke, you're blinking, by the way.
Take a look back from the pace car, looking back at the front row. All right, we're going to take another quick look here at the starting lineup before we get this show on the road. Hope you guys are excited for this one. We are. Talladega always delivers, so we're going to see what we've got here tonight. Once again on the pole, Austin Hakes alongside Scott Lamp. Row 2, again, Noah Joyce and Tommy Bordeaux. Row 3, Joseph Weaver and Huang Do. Row 4, Henrietta Bordeaux and Michael Murata. He won at Daytona in the Retro Series, so don't count that car out. Darren Ingram and DJ Harris in row 5. Colby Martin and Cal Lovall. John Peterson, former winner here alongside Zach Krastowski. Blake Viken and Luke Smith. Trey Coleman and William Page. And Davey Hazard rounds out the field here tonight.
Mm-hmm. That's if Davey is on the track.
He is rolling.
Mm.
So he's out there. Trey Coleman is not in the 23, so not for sure if he's going to actually be running or not, but he is showing in the pit lane as this one gets going. All right, Dale. Pace car makes that left-hand turn into the Talladega pit lane. The Outlier Speed Machines bring him down in the tri-oval. Getting ready to get this one started. 3 races left in the USORL Cup Series after tonight. Who's going to take home the trophy tonight? Green flag in the air. We're racing at Talladega.
'28 wreck, they're getting a bump. With a track like this, where you rely on helping other drivers, do you think the rest of the field will work with these two?
They're the fastest cars every week, Dale. Somebody's going to be working with them at some point. Right now they're split. I'm sure they probably like to run together if they can, but right now they're side by side down the backstretch.
If that bottom line just gets together, they can pull away, but there are just so many gaps in the field right now.
Outside line got a good run through 3 and 4. Lamp pulls up to the outside, takes the lead. Now drops down trying to pick up Hakes. That's going to leave a run for Tommy Bordeaux on the outside in the 57. It's got Huang Do trying to push up there to give him a push. On board with Lamp.
Yeah, big gap right there. You know, got lucky, almost got put in that sucker hole. You know, everybody decided to go around him, but Huxon right in front of his teammate.
Tommy Bordeaux getting a nice push on the outside with Huang Do.
That Huang Do driving experience car.
Gotta love the parodies. Oh, we got DJ Harris in the 9 blinking a little bit there off turn 4.
Yeah, people were mentioning that earlier on the pace lap, saying it was blinking a bit.
Bordeaux and Lamp side by side.
Looks like that bottom line is just trying to back off those outlier speed cars and try to get by them a bit.
3 wide toward the back of the pack here already. Actually about mid-pack now. Do you need a lozenge? I'll pass you one.
You know, it's suddenly a little bit cold in the south right now.
It is.
You know, so that caught me a bit off guard.
From the spotter stand through the tri-oval, 3 wide for about 7th.
Yeah, that front pack of cars almost eight back. At high, they're trying to get that high side working, but they're not together enough. They got what, 4 cars up there?
They're trying to get a run going. About 5 cars back there on the far outside lane, led by Noah Joyce there in that 31 car. Lamp pulls Hakes back to the front. Bordeaux's kind of end up in the sucker hole along with Doe. Viken trying to help him in the middle. 3-car breakaway there. Viken dives back to the inside, getting in behind Lovell in front of Bordeaux, Henrietta Bordeaux.
Yeah, that bottom line started creating numbers, and those two got stuck in the middle with nowhere to go, while that outside line was forming up by them.
Yeah, that energy definitely moved down to the bottom. We've got a 6-car breakaway at the front, and now we've got 2 lines as everybody's trying to kind of get singled out and chase them back down.
Yeah, we're pretty much going to see soon that top line that was form low and just have one long line going pretty soon. Now, these cars aren't like, you know, the next-gen cars where, you know, next-gen cars, to get out of line, you get just hit with a wall of air and you just lose their speed. At least these cars, they can keep pace somewhat if you have another car with them.
You saw back there, Noah Joyce did a slingshot around Henrietta Bordeaux. And now he's trying to push Wong Do on the outside here through the tri-oval.
Yeah, looks like these two got a rhythm and they're working together.
See Viken hop out there trying to get that outside lane going. Oh, look at that. That's looking back from Viken. Here comes Joyce to the bottom.
Let's see if Wong Do goes down with him. Doesn't look like it.
Doe's going to come back, try and maybe give him a push again.
John, are you good? Do you need a hand?
I'm watching football.
Oh, there we go. That's good to know.
All right, fair enough.
John Peterson, that's the car way at the back of the field there.
Way off pace.
Apparently he's more interested in outside activities than what's on the track at the moment. 3 wide again. Murata trying to get a run on the outside here. That's that Napa machine way up high. That's DJ Harris behind him in the white car.
That second line forming up now.
Hazard just jumped out there as well. So you got Viken, Tommy Bordeaux, Krastowski, Murata trying to close in with Harris. Hazard trying to pull up with them. And you can see this run. Look at this run that they get through the corners, closing right up on that outside lane.
Once they get nose to tail, they just might push past those guys up front. Right now, they're about 4 cars back from the leader right now. I don't think it helps much if they got a car in their line blinking a bit.
That's Bordeaux bails to the outside. Krastowski comes up to the middle. Again, you're not missing anything out front. Lamp, Hakes, Weaver, Lovell, Joyce, they're all single file out front. As Joyce now jumps to the outside, just as I say that, to try and lead that outside lane. That's Page behind him. Ingram's hopped out there, so 3 of those cars that were in that bottom lane decided to try to get this outside line going.
Yeah, if those 5 cars back there that are falling off pace just line up nose to tail instead of racing each other like they are, they'd catch the pack and probably help this top line.
Right on board with Joyce.
Just hugging that yellow line down there on that bottom line. They get a run on the backstretch, but just on corner exit, that bottom line just unstoppable right now so far.
They have a little bit of a run through through this corner here, so we'll see if that works out for him. Pulling alongside Weaver here.
The benefit of being on the high side is you don't gotta lift as much if you're pushing somebody.
Again, there's not as many cars out there either, so you don't have quite as much energy. But if they can get linked up enough, they may be able to shove past them. They are alongside Weaver. This is the furthest we've seen them. Oh, we got a problem with Luke Smith. He's got a meatball.
Are you okay?
Not for sure what happened there.
I mean, the way he was driving earlier probably just drove up into the wall a bit too hard. Yep. That front end damage just went right up into the wall.
He's our Daytona winner this year. Oh, yeah, definitely some right front damage there. And he's kind of blinking in and out as well. Take a look and see if we can see what happened to the 39. They had kind of fallen back a little bit.
Yeah, but it looks like he gets the help he needs.
So you got Murata back here, Martin and Bordeaux. They had kind of fallen off the pack a little bit. Entering turn 3. Waiting for it to come here. Might have backed it up a little bit too far. We'll see. Going off turn 4. Mikey's just shoving off turn 4. Oh, no.
There, right there.
Right rear. Andy blinked out at the same time, and into the wall he went. Unfortunate.
Yeah, that corner, you know, Mikey wasn't on his rear bumper properly, and it looks like the same thing happened on exit.
Back up front, Lamp and Hakes, they've kind of gotten broken loose here from that bottom lane. And here comes Page to the outside. Lamp's going to cover that spot. Oh, contact! Ingram's going to try and shoot the gap in the middle. Way too early for that. He thinks better of it and gets back in line. Page.
Go down now.
There he goes. Big move by Page. Ingram with him. Page out front. They split up the outlier machines.
The field said, not today. Neither of you are going to run away with it right now.
Make a note, folks. I think this is the furthest back besides pit stops we've seen Scott Lamp on a Fast 29 broadcast in a while. He's third.
They've taken care of one car. Now they got to take care of another.
They kind of buried Hakes back there, but Lamp's still running that outside lane pushed by Viken.
Yeah, the outside lane just doesn't have the numbers right there. Probably sitting side by side with the one car.
They're definitely holding their own on that outside there, but Trey Coleman has caught back up. He's a lap down. Just a FYI on that, he had to start in the pit lane. Not for sure why, but that 23, it's an unmarked car that's at the back of that outside lane, red, white, and blue, 23. He's a lap down, but he's pushing that outside lane. Lamp back out front, somehow got that outside lane going and drops back down in front of Page.
It's just got enough to cover him and drop down low.
Viken going to try and get a run to the outside. Lamp's going to cover the spot. Page is going to look to the inside. See if he can get another nice shove from Ingram. They're side by side again down the back stretch.
I was so sure they would probably put him in a sucker hole right there, but now they're like, you know what? You're fast. I'm gonna work with you for right now.
Yeah, we still got a long way to go in this one. Lamp pulls Viken down to the inside. Got a little two-car tandem going from the outside lane down to the bottom, and now Bordeaux comes to the outside.
A lot of cars in the back of the field just darting between, just taking advantage of whatever lane moves, just darting up and down, up and down.
They saw Lamp get off the bottom there just a little bit. Viken had to look to make it 3 wide. Thought better of it, but that broke that inside lane up, and that inside lane's falling back. Bordeaux Hazard, Coleman. Again, Coleman a lap down, but he's pushing that outside lane.
I don't know what they were doing.
And Lovell to third, and that pushes Lamp back to fourth.
A whole lot of checkups happening right there.
We're going to step away for just a second to make a quick audio adjustment. We'll be right back.
16mm Film Crew is a film and TV podcast. Join Cindy and Dale as they talk about the latest TV shows, movies, and entertainment news. New episodes drop every Tuesday, everywhere podcasts are found. Videos go live on YouTube every Thursday. Visit them on their website at 16mmfilmcrew.com.
Welcome back to Talladega. You didn't miss much. Everything looks about the same as it did before we left you. Bordeaux, Hazard, lap car of Coleman, Lovell, William Page. Push out front, kicking Scott Lamp back to fifth.
Yeah, those two unexpected drivers, Peterson and Coleman, pushing everybody.
Oh, trouble! That's Noah
caution,
Joyce.
saves it. Ooh.
Caution is out, and more cars spinning on the outside.
And Noah Joyce managed to save it, but that second car just went right up into the wall and brought out the caution.
Alrighty.
And there's the sound effect that we were looking for.
No way. I'm just gonna keep it playing until we come back.
Is that Lamp? Scott Lamp's involved.
His car just darted right into the.
Well, it kind of started around that car as well, it looked like, from the outside lane when it first started. All right, so we're going to take a look here and see what we can see here coming out of the tri-oval. That's actually coming into the tri-oval. My apologies. It backed up a little further than I was expecting here. So you're looking in the outside lane.
Pace car, middle 1 and 2, slow down.
The white car is Scott Lamp. You got Darren Ingram, Noah Joyce in the 31 on the bottom.
Massive checkup right there, pushing Noah Joyce down. And Scott just hits the car in front of Noah and darts up into the
And there's
wall.
Lamp into the outside wall hard. There he is. Not sure exactly how he got there. I did see him get turned, but couldn't tell exactly where it started. We're going to see a slightly different angle here. There's the contact. Lovell and Page, I don't know how they saved it, and Viken couldn't get checked up in that turn Lamp. So the point leader in trouble here at Talladega.
Terrible.
Was there a stack up front from
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. What did you say, Will?
Page?
Hearing
Is that caused that?
Hearing some radio traffic here. I'm going to mute that for a moment as we take another look here. We're going to see if we can hop on board with Scott Lamp. Everybody almost had it saved, and then there was that last second turn by Viken there.
Yeah, Ingram, looks like Ingram just got loose and everybody got a bit nervous around him.
Take one more look at it here. This is going to be from Darren Ingram. Said there was a stack up in front. Lamp's just behind this. Yeah, Page did kind of lift up just a little bit, and there was a little bit of a stack up there. Ingram does a great job getting down on the apron, and somehow none of those cars in front of him wrecked. All right, so first caution out here at Talladega, and it's got some implications with Scott Lamp being involved.
Davey Hazard avoids all that and is the leader. Wong Do in second.
Looks like those, about the top 5, I believe, took either 2 tires or fuel only on this. It looks like Scott Lamp is taking the end of longest line for the claim, it looks like here.
I don't know if it was on him based on what the cameras we had, just a checkup from Page out of nowhere. No reason for Page to check up the way he did.
That was kind of an odd place to do that unless they just got a heck of a run on him. Because they weren't on Page as they were coming out of the tri-oval, so he may have just gotten out there just a little bit too far, and that allowed Ingram, Lamp, and the rest of them to have a big run on him from the back, and then they just closed on him so quickly they just were going to stay in line, and there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Just the classic Talladega accordion. For my Blues fans out there, we're closing back up. We were down 4-0, now we're 4-2. There's still hope, folks.
It's a long hockey season,
Thank goodness. We haven't looked very good.
Hey, where's the Chiefs count?
The best sports team currently going for me is the Panthers, and we're losing 5-3 to the Penguins right now. So
Excellent.
Hey, don't worry, 3-peat coming.
Take a look at some pit stops that are happening here. A few guys topping off. It's like Lamp got out just ahead of the pace car there as well. That was him on the apron there in front of the leaders.
Long pit, probably
There's
a lot of damage to repair.
You can see the damage there on the front of Lamp. That right front there got a little bit sticking out. 1 to green here.
Will Lamp make it around?
This is on board with the pace car. We're halfway between 1 and 2, coming off of 2. And Lamp is 33 seconds back. So we'll see if he makes it back around.
Just slap some tape on it,
Looks like that's what they did. It's kind of sticking up there. Page with a long pit stop here as well. So I wonder if he had something else go on there that we weren't aware of, unless he kind of got bounced around there with Lovell and Ingram. So I wonder if he got a little bit more damage than we thought there, because he was on pit road for about 43 seconds. Might have taken that opportunity to fix some optional.
Mm-hmm. Looks like he got through, unscathed, So maybe a couple setup tweaks and whatnot.
Looks like everybody's going to make it around. Lamp made it. Page is there, so I think we're in good shape here. Hazard and Doe on the front row for this one. Lovell, Tommy Bordeaux in row 2. Mikey Murata and Colby Martin in row 3. As the pace car is about to make that left-hander. There it goes. I don't know why it almost spun out, but there we go. Sometimes that pace car makes some really nice, smooth transitions onto the pit lane, and other times it looks like a drunk Brett Bodine. As here we come through the tri-oval. Hazard and Doe bring him into the restart zone, and we're back to racing at Talladega.
It's not going to be fun for that high side at all. But never mind, there is massive amounts of gaps on that bottom side.
This might be enough to get a couple of these cars on this outside line going.
They got till the straight to figure it out. A lot of those cars on the bottom line did not get on the gas at all. Wongdo drops down, is currently sitting 3rd place behind Lovell and Hazard.
Side by side for about 5th on back here as they get lined up and get going here. Joyce trying to shove Colby Martin on the outside here. Joyce bails out on Colby. He's going to go to the inside now.
And the bottom side has numbers once again. Those 3 cars on the high side, well now 5, looking kind of solo. Five cars back there lined up nose to tail, trying to catch back up to the pack. Those two drop in front of Michael Mariota.
We're kind of showing this onboard here, kind of looking and seeing how much these cars dance down these straightaways so much, and see how much wheel movement there is for Mariota as he comes down the back straightaway, getting these bumps down the back stretch.
Yeah, it looks like he's backing off the throttle in the corner, you know. Car's getting a bit loose. I know it. I don't trust it low, so let me just back off the throttle so I don't cause any damage.
Colby Martin is on the outside of him coming through here. There's a look at Mikey. As he closes up on that gap in front of him. It's Blake Viken in the 08. He's trying to close up on.
Those two cars on the outside have been holding station right there above him for a while. If they could just get some help.
On board with Hong Do, currently sitting in third.
Oof. Dancing all over the place.
It's amazing how much these cars dance around in this draft. This angle, it doesn't look too bad. You get down there, they're all over the place.
They're trying to hold that yellow line when the car wants to move up and down.
I've got another one blinking. That's Colby. Colby on the outside. He's blinking a little bit.
Yeah, watch, he's backing off a bit. Impressive drive from Wong Do so far. Good to see him running up front right now. A bit of a choo-choo train for a bit so far. That bottom side has not switched at all. Very few movement as far as the leaderboard goes and positions going. As you see those 5 cars back there at the far end on this back straight, about the end of the corner, trying to get them lined up together.
Scott Lamp, just to follow up on the point leader. There he is, completely by himself. He was going through 3 and 4. He's about 13 and a half seconds behind. As the leaders, the entire pack's completely on the bottom single file.
Yeah, people are deciding to hold station for a while. Odds are as we get down to about 30 to go, 20 to go, we're gonna start seeing some action for them, or they also might just wait their time for their second pit stop of the race.
Plenty of time here at Dega. 54 laps to go. Plenty of time.
Yeah, you know, you're at this point of the race, you know, you just ride it out for safety, you know.
Bordeaux, Joyce coming with him. Trying to see if they can get an outside lane going. Nope.
With the dummy. I know how that feels. I've had that done on me plenty of times.
Tommy might be thinking, let's go back here a little ways and see what we got here. He's got Henrietta back there. Might see if maybe they'll link up. That'd be just dropped to the back of the field.
I was like, you know what? Yep, I lost my position. You know what? Let me just drop back, hop in line.
Surprised we didn't hear any radio transmission about that, to be honest with you.
And sometimes you just gotta side of yourself and just resign your fate.
Of course, they may be talking on channels that we can't hear either. So.
Yep. I mean, it's also good to have, family around you,
Indeed. And Tommy's got his sister back there, Henrietta. There they are.
And, that's the one person you probably count on in this race.
Unless they do that. I don't know if Tommy tried to make a move or if there was a bump there, but he's going to try and get this outside going. Huang Do up in front there. He's trying to get something going and runs the very outside, but it looks like he may be dropping to the back as well. Interesting strategy from some of these guys. All of a sudden, they're just like moving to the outside and just dropping to the back. Unless they're trying to get something going on the outside and just nothing's working. Nobody's going with them.
Yeah, that was a bit dangerous, him dropping down the way he did.
Right in front of Krastowski back there.
Caused a bit of a stack up. Those cars all to slow down behind him. It could also potentially be a bit of a fuel strat. You never know.
Maybe too far up front to try and save fuel, maybe. Get back in the back and kind of control that a little bit better. Of course, Tommy's not. He's moving to the outside again.
I guess he figures if everybody else is fuel saving, it's time for me just to work our way back up front. And it's working for him by himself.
I am curious about something. Let's hop on board with Tommy and take a look inside here. Well, maybe. Trying to see if there's... Whoa! Huang's in the wall in front of him.
Good save by everybody around. I mean, before that, didn't it sound like Tommy was on full throttle?
We'll go back and take a look and see that little incident there coming through the tri-oval. Huang Do in the 06. Oh, contact between him and Colby into the outside wall. Tommy sneaks through the middle there. Boy, that could have been way bigger than what it actually was. And that split up this front pack. You're looking at Tommy Bordeaux. He's in 8th. And they are about 2 seconds back now from the lead pack. There they are. That's all that took.
Mm-hmm.
There's the gap.
Push me.
Tommy Bordeaux talking to Colby Martin, trying to get a push.
Yeah, the rest of those guys back there need to work together after getting shuffled like that.
These lines are about even right now. There's 6 cars in this pack, and the lead pack has about 7. So they're still trying to get their momentum back up there. They are still losing ground back there.
You got a pack with Ingram all the way to Coleman as well.
That's 14th on back. That's the next pack. They're about 10 seconds behind 13th place Huang Do. The gap is very slightly starting to shrink now between these two packs.
I think the secondary pack has a numbers advantage a bit currently.
They have got to stay in line.
Mm-hmm.
It's inching closer. They are under 2 seconds back now, but barely.
Probably it might end up side by side in about 2 laps time. Not 2 laps time, but 5 laps time.
And they just started losing. So there goes that.
Yeah, well. And then the gap went from 2.5 to 2.7 all in one corner.
Yep.
Good.
Tommy Bordeaux on the radio trying to get everybody going here. They closed up again on the backstretch. We're losing ground in the corners. They're going to start catching a little bit of lap traffic up here in the next couple of laps. First one they're going to meet, I believe, is Trey Coleman.
Mm-hmm.
And Scott Lamp, the points leader, in front of them.
Getting back there 2.8 back from 7th to 8th.
take a quick look at the live point standings. With Garrett Sidnor not here, that definitely makes a big shuffle here. And Lamp, because of that, he's maintaining his interval. But look at second through fourth.
Yeah, that caution caused a big jumble right there. Page, Hakes, Lovell just jump up.
There's Coleman, gonna go a lap down.
Taking that high side. Don't want to, a little page to feel.
Nope. Interval between packs is still stable around 2 seconds. They can definitely get a big run down the straightaways, but just can't maintain it through the corners. And now that front pack has got Coleman on the back of it, so that's only going to be one more car that's going to help push him. There's Lamp.
He's not moving off that bottom line. He's like, you guys got to get around me. And ooh.
Whoa.
I mean, he's not obligated to get out of their way, but that is crazy. Might be a bit of frustration there. Thought that would have helped the second pack a bit more, but barely.
Now they've actually still losing ground as they come through 1 and 2. The gap is now 2.3 seconds. There's that pack off 2, led by Bordeaux.
Yeah, somebody back there in that group is like, well, more than one car has to be fuel saving at this moment, because there's no reason for this whole time for the gap just increasing almost by 5/10 a lap almost.
Davey Hazard started shotgun on the field. Got in the outside lane early, pushed his way to the front. Took either 2 tires or fuel only on his first stop. Now out front, Cal Lovell. Basically the same strategy, sitting in second.
Yeah,
Noah Joyce in third.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, excuse me. Cal Lovell did take 4 tires, excuse me. Noah Joyce, he was involved in the first wreck. He's now back up to third. Blake Viken, Joseph Weaver round out your top 5. Also in that pack, Michael Murata, Austin Hakes, and then a couple of lap cars at the back of the field, at the back of this line.
Yeah, Hazard up there up front. It's not how you start at Talladega, it's where you finish. Can he keep this up, though?
Coming to halfway next time by. Gap between packs is growing. We're not even going to mention it now. They've gotten side by side at the back of that second pack, and they've got a parachute on the back of them now. 3.5 second gap back from 7th to 8th. That does include the 2 lap cars, but end result's still the same.
Yeah, they went. That last caution came out lap 16, I think.
Roughly. Yep.
They had 64 to go.
They got to make at least one more stop, if not 2. They do have an 80% fuel level in these cars as well. So that's going to play into the strategy as well, as Hazard goes way up to the outside. Wonder if this is a fuel-saving move as Lovell moves to the front. He pulls to the outside to try and pull Hazard. Whole new ball game up front here now. Joyce to the bottom. Lovell to the outside. Not for sure what's going on here as they go 3 wide through 3 and 4.
Well, it looks like Joyce went with him to help him out, but then communication got mixed up.
As Hazard and Lovell drop to the back of the pack. And that shuffle is going to help that second pack kind of close up a little bit as they've stayed single file.
Yes, it's dropping now. It was 3.5, 3.4.
They're closing.
3-3.
They're trying to close quickly there. I wonder if that was by design, trying to get that second pack back up there, make this more interesting.
Yeah, I bet those guys, some of those guys up front, fuel saving, want to drop down back to that second pack, but they're just too far off.
That second pack is coming now. 1.6 and counting.
Here we go. They're gaining now.
You can see them back there. There they are.
They are pushing. If they keep this lined up perfectly, they can
Look at
just
that.
run side by side.
They closed a half a second through the tri-oval.
Well, they've been holding steady in the corners. You know, it's just
They're
those
there.
straights.
They are there. Look at this. Huge run by Tommy Bordeaux. Now, where are you going to go with the run? To the outside.
Take it outside.
Here they come.
The whole pack doesn't go up. Oh, some of them catch on.
There's Scott Lamp, the lap car. He went to the outside. Tommy's going to go higher. He's in the wall.
Oh, Scott, what are you doing, man? I understand the frustration, but come on.
That was stupid.
Yeah, there's some. Yeah, that was almost bad. As they air their frustrations on the radio.
That's just that's a late move. There's nothing clear-cut about that.
That second lane was coming, and then Scott Lamp in the 21 jumped up there and broke it up.
If you blame me for that, that's crazy. You could have just pushed me.
Noah Joyce continues to lead.
Got a bit of, KFB in him, Once again, going high.
Colby gives him a shot through 3 and 4. We have the audio muted because I don't know what they're saying right now.
It's safer not to have it playing out.
Not right now, no. A little frustration. We don't want to air that. We don't know what they're saying. We got it muted. Colby shoving Scott through the tri-oval.
Scott, it's clear Scott desperately wants to get back on the lead lap, but the way he's doing it is.
Look at Colby Martin to the outside, made a huge move. He pushed Scott Lamp to the front. That put Martin out front because he's a lap down. Colby Martin to the lead. Tommy Bordeaux coming to the outside. That's that part of that second pack. Now Bordeaux to the front. Pushed by Coleman. Again, Coleman a lap down, so we've got a couple lap cars mixed in here.
That 23 and the 21 are battling to be back on the lead lap in case the caution comes out before the next pit cycle. Doesn't look like it's any in Scott Lamp's favor right now.
And right now, Coleman is in the lucky dog position if a caution were to come out. And back to single file again after all that.
That 40, that 94 was like a rocket pushing the 21 all the way up there. Then Tommy Bordeaux was like, "Look, I wanted to make the move earlier. He put me into the wall, linked up with the 49, the 94 right there, and just pushed his way back up front."
Yep. I think Colby probably should have stayed to the outside and let Tommy push him, but instead he dropped to the bottom and lost the help. When he dropped down, it lost his momentum. And that left the outside lane wide open for that 57 of Tommy Bordeaux.
And once again, back single file. I was hoping for a bit more chaos, as the two lines caught each other. Kind of did for a bit. I was really hoping to see some side-by-side battling for the next couple laps. But those two lap down cars just put a damper on that.
This is the last lap that everybody pitted that we're going to show here momentarily. So everybody pitted on lap 19 or 18. 'Cause 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18 we're probably coming up close on a pit stop here. Probably in the next 5 to 10 laps, easily.
Yeah, probably about lap 50. 50, 52.
Somewhere in that range, if not sooner.
Once again, single file, like a choo-choo train. Got a couple lap cars mixed in as, two cars
they
dive
come.
in.
Those are the 2 lap down cars that have pitted. And a black flag for Trey Coleman, too fast entering.
Yep, so I saw that smoke from those rear tires.
Sure did.
This mixes up stuff a bit. Martin looks high, doesn't have it, starts to fall back. Lamp and Coleman probably like, look, we're both a lap down.
26 in the
Pit
time.
together, work together.
Here come the pit stops coming up. Heard the Bordeaux's, they're coming in. Who else comes with them?
Martin comes in.
Martin in.
Hitting the time.
It sounds like William Page coming in. He's behind this pack.
Page massively off pace.
Yeah, he lost the draft on that last restart. Got a little bit more damage in that bump and run than we thought. Ingram also back there as well with damage.
Is it one of those old NR things where you get hit in the back so hard it messes up your engine?
More than likely, yeah. We know all about that, don't we, Dale?
92 pitting.
There's more talking of the radio here. See who else coming in this time. Davey Hazard back in 7th. He's going to be pitting. John Peterson pitted that time by as well, back in the pack. Let's see which one's the leaders pit. Here they come.
Yep, green
Joyce,
pit stops.
Doe, and Hazard.
Ooh.
Boy, Joyce got it woed down a lot quicker than the rest of them did there. 3 wide entering the pits. Well done, gentlemen.
Yeah, well, iRacing ghosts you in pit lane, so
They do.
Might as well.
Back up front, Blake Beacon leads.
Yeah, green flag pit stops at a plate track really.
That'll definitely break the packs
strategy.
Up. That too. They'll break the packs up if you don't maintain your momentum the entire time.
Strategy becomes really paramount, and that's also why I'm not a fan of stage racing, because pit strategy was very important back in the day. Now you just got to make sure you got to have enough fuel for the stage. And You're good.
Penalty on Colby Martin as well. Too fast entering. He's serving his pit stop, his stop and go now.
I'm pitting this time.
That's gonna put him a lap down. Yep.
Unfortunately, he had a fast car. Huang Do, too fast entering as well.
I figured as much.
Yeah, he was coming in hot there underneath Noah Joyce there.
Four car pitting time.
It sounds like this entire pack here should be coming in this time by.
And they got the numbers advantage if they all pit together.
Weaver ducks down quick coming in.
Yeah. All those.
There they all come.
Flags.
And get that thing woed down right there. That's the line.
Six cars, even if other cars get by them and they got a 6-car pack, they will catch them quickly.
Beacon in. Krastowski. Weaver. Weaver's still looking for his pit stall. Is he out of gas? He's out of fuel.
Oh no. Can he make it?
Oh, that's terrible.
This might affect his strat. Well, it might affect his race a bit.
Does he have enough to get to his pit stall?
Oh, you could have passed me there.
He's trying to get there.
Coming out of that stall.
I think he's 2 away. I think that's it right there.
Will he get it? Does he get it? Does he get it?
That was not.
He made
it. Safe entry or exit.
That was nerve-wracking to witness.
Oh, and apparently the penalties for Huang Do and Colby Martin were actually blend line violations coming out.
Ooh. So did that mean Martin got hit twice, entering and exiting?
No, just the exit. That
Yeah,
we got confirmation. It was the blend line coming out of the pits on the backstretch. And this is the battle for the lead. Joyce being pushed by Hazard.
Can kiss my ass.
It's Huang Do. Apparently, that's the opinion of Huang Do, that that line was not where it was supposed to be there off of turn 2, apparently. Noah Joyce back out front with a push from Hazard. Blake Viken falls into 3rd. Austin Hakes 4th. Cal Leval 5th.
It's a flawless defense. I'm not at fault. The track is.
Exactly. And this is that blue line right there with the cone that you saw him go past there in turn 2. That's what they're referring to.
Make sure you don't hit that cone.
Nope. Don't hit the cone, and don't get above the line too quickly on the banking. Here comes Hazard to the outside, and nobody goes with him.
Noah Joyce does.
Joyce comes to the outside. That was a shock. And that's going to lead the inside line for Viken. Now, again, this is going to be close on fuel here. We're on lap coming to 54. 80 is the distance. That's going to be close. They pitted on lap 19 the first time.
This is wooden lap.
They all pitted on lap 48 to 51 was the window. You add another, oh boy, they're within 2 to 3 laps. That is close. That's gonna be close.
Looks like Davey did quick math right there. He's like, ooh, I'm not gonna make it.
I'm gonna ride. I'm gonna ride now. Yep. So Viken's going to be leading here, but he's going to be burning the most fuel. Austin Hakes rides in 2nd. Cal Leval 3rd. Mikey Murata, DJ Harris, your top 5. Harris moving back up into the top 5 here. Murata moving back up as well.
Also, Harris looks like he recovered from those connection issues earlier.
Yes.
Blinking a lot, opening laps of the race.
Hopefully that's stabilized for the rest of this here and get a solid finish.
Now, do you think it would be unsportingly if, Blake decided to start lifting the throttle even though he's up front to save fuel and have everybody else pushing?
As one that has done that, no. Go for it, Blake. Do it. We have a way of finding that out. Tell you what, let's just go on board with him and find out how that is going there.
He looks like he's hepping the throttle, yeah?
This is on board. Whoop. Well, it was. Director decided to say, hey, no, we're not going on board with him. But guess what? I control this show. There we go. We're on board with him. And let's take a look at the telemetry coming out of the 08. And look at that accelerator on the left.
Yeah.
Definitely playing with that throttle.
That's the on-off, just keep blipping it. Keep blipping it.
Austin Hakes in 28. Here comes the lap car of Trey Coleman on the outside, and here comes Tommy Bordeaux.
Blipping it, just keep blipping it, or just, decide just go not even half, just,
Apparently that was enough to get that outside line going. Tommy Bordeaux saying the heck with it. I'm going full throttle. He's back out front, and he's got a rabbit out in front of him there. That's that lap car there. Let me see if he can just ride behind him and save some fuel. And lead. That's help. All you need is, 2 or 3 laps here. Look at Henrietta Bordeaux up here battling for 3rd.
Yeah, take advantage of the lap car in front of you. Don't bother trying to overtake it, because lap cars would sometimes defend like hell. Just accept it. Just ride it out behind them and save your fuel.
Hen, I'm sorry I talked about you. The train just locked up underneath you. Sorry. Backwards she goes. Commentators curse.
She's been doing a good job.
Has.
Ebbing and flowing. Like Talladega is one of those races where you got to ebb and flow. You'll get dropped back, and you got to also know how to work your way back up, and also time those runs as well.
Definitely have to have some timing involved. Absolutely. And she had help, but it went away. She's gonna fall to the back.
Right now, she drops back. She's behind, Noah Joyce, Davey Hazard. Those two are gonna make a move late to get back up front. So if she just stays with them, she should be fine. The car blinking up front.
That's Luke Smith. Pancakes! Not having a good run tonight. The Daytona 250 winner, the season opener, not having a good time tonight. As he goes a 10th lap down. Got put in the wall earlier. Connection issues. Just not a good night for the IHOP machine.
I'm surprised the caution didn't come out at that point, because for that one early in the race.
Yes, there wasn't enough debris on the track.
Yeah. He got the meatball though.
Definitely got the meatball. Yep. I wonder how that car is even driving right now, to be honest with you.
It's just drifting to one side constantly.
Interesting. I'll tell you what, interesting strategy right here, Dale. You got this lap car of Trey Coleman out front helping this entire lead pack.
I mean, Trey is playing it both ways. He's leading the pack. Potentially also, if an incident does happen, he gets back on lead lap over Scott Lamb.
He's actually on the tail end of the one lap down. Actually,
wow.
Yeah, if he gets lapped here, it's actually, or if he gets passed here, he would go two down.
Two down, yeah.
So Scott Lamp is actually in the free pass spot, and Coleman would get one of his 2 laps back as it sits.
Okay.
And you see Scott sitting 5 cars back from Coleman back there.
I mean, Tommy's just gonna ride it out, content to where he is.
Joseph Weaver there, he's about to go a lap down.
And will he crowd that bottom line though? Looks like he's not moving up.
Let's see what he does off 2.
Nope.
He's gonna stay on the bottom, so everybody's got to move up. Coleman's gonna stay right in line with him, shove him down the backstretch. So now we're gonna have 2 lap cars in front of the leaders. And that helped Weaver. He stayed right there.
I mean, Weaver doesn't want to go a lap down either.
Nope. He'd have to battle with Scott for that free pass spot back there. I wouldn't want to do that either.
Not the way Scott was driving earlier to fight for that free pass.
No.
I don't.
Exactly right. Well, I'll tell you, Luke's been hanging out that outside line pretty good there, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
All by himself. He hadn't fallen all the way to the back yet.
Just a little side-by-side action.
I think everybody's just trying to save as much fuel as they can and just sniff a draft off of anything that's moving. Let's go ahead and take a look now. This is Tommy Bordeaux's telemetry. You're barely going to see anything on that green meter. I mean,
in the corner, he's just
look at that. Vroom,
barely
vroom,
just...
vroom, vroom. On the straightaways, totally off of it.
You just gotta, pepper it in the straights and just lift a lot in the corner.
That's the strategy. That's it. Yep. I wonder if he's even clutching it. That would be. I don't see the RPMs dropping much there, so I don't think he's actually clutching it.
He's 4th gear, just lift,
I don't know if I'd want to clutch it being out front. If I'm at the back, if I'm where, who's that at the very back there? Is that Henrietta? Where she's at. Or, well, maybe not even that far back. If I'm Hazard or if I'm Noah Joyce, somewhere in that range, I'd be clutching it back there a little bit, just trying to get a little bit more out of this fuel tank. Just a little bit more if you can. As Scott Lamp jumps up there with Luke Smith. And Luke just blinked out. This is not helping Scott. But that outside lane, all of a sudden, because they're playing the fuel mileage game on the bottom, they're starting to get a run to the outside now.
A little bit of now you see me, now you don't.
Little magic man out there. I think Scott's going to we're going to have 4 lap cars at the front of this field.
Feel free to side jab because go for it. Do what you got to do, man.
Here they come.
It's what, 16 to go right now? This is where the chaos starts.
4 lap cars at the front of this field, and the battle for the lead is on. Cal Lovell to the outside of Tommy Bordeaux. Yes, folks, that's a battle for 5th on your screen, but that's actually for the lead. Lovell to the outside in the Lowe's machine.
5th on the screen, 1st in our hearts.
I love it. I think Lovell's finally decided, you know what? I've had enough of these lap cars. We're going to the front. He's now put a lap on Weaver. He's put a lap on Coleman. Sitting 3rd in line here. That was a good move by Lovell, honestly. And now he's out front. Now he can save a little fuel by himself up there.
Yeah, Tommy was doing the same thing, content to be behind these lap cars. You know, Lovell was like, you know what, I have 2 lap cars in front of me. Let me work with them, get up front, and then I can save fuel after.
Question is, did he burn too much trying to do it? That's going to be the question. Because all of these guys are really going to be close.
Not even just that, he's behind 2 cars that got a lot of damage early in the race. Ooh. The 39 blinking a bit. As once again, the 39 to 21 are lap down cars. Your actual race leader is Lovell. Followed behind him, Tommy Bordeaux's Blake Vican.
What's up? Oh, everybody's close on fuel, I guarantee you. Because, like, I know there's a few people that are like half a lap to the good tops.
Tommy Bordeaux behind the 23 and 12. Once again, that's the lead car on the track, not the lead on the ticker board, blinking out once again. That is, of course, the 39 of Smith, who early in the race took a bad bump and went into the wall. No caution came out. He did get meatball flag, currently sitting 19 laps down. The lap cars are dominating the track right now. It seems to be.
You heard our race control coming through by accident there, but the fuel window's 28 to 32 laps, Dale, so it's going to be close.
Might be 2 to 3 laps short.
We also have this coming up in the front.
More lap traffic.
More lap traffic, and when we say more lap traffic, we mean a lot. We have this pack here led by Colby Martin. They are about 4 seconds in front. There they are.
That's the
Long
Black
Doe
Flag
up there.
crew.
The Black Flag crew. Yep. All right there together. You got Martin. You got Peterson. You've got Page. You got Ingram. You got Doe. That 5 cars. I think Zach Krastowski's in that mess as well. There he is. He's just crossed the line. And here's that pack. And we heard something on the radio. It might get interesting with these guys. It's Luke Smith leading this field. Again, he's on the tail end of the lead lap. Or not on the tail end of the lead lap, excuse me. He's just a lap car at the front of this field. He's blinking. That's causing some issues probably with these leaders too. At least a distraction as they close up on these lap cars. Here we go. Where are they going to go?
That, between him blinking and Wongdo earlier going from top to bottom repeatedly, being the tail end of that secondary pack.
Where are they going to go? Luke's disappeared again on the outside.
The one in the sucker pole drops back.
Yep, Ingram got kind of snookered there as he goes a lap down.
Darren, I got to give you credit for saying good. That was funny.
And Lovell, he's on the outside there. He's still the leader as they kind of try to force their way through here. Lamp has gotten back on the lead. In trouble!
Oh, it's Wongdo gets spun. Saved
He saved
no
it.
Yellow.
No caution.
That would have been the caution all these guys need, especially Tommy Bordeaux, just to get side by side with Lovell and be away from these lap down cars.
I don't know, Dale. The way they're racing up here, I think it's not gonna be if, it's gonna be when at this point.
Yeah.
The dumbest shit ever.
Lovell down on the inside, back up front. He's pushing Lamp. Lamp trying to stay on the tail of the lead lap now.
Whatever, doesn't matter. Go ahead, help your buddies out.
Yeah, as long as he stays in front of Lovell, he is on the lead lap in case something crazy happens. But the way they're driving up front, and 39 once again blinks out, but the way they're driving up front, I don't think Scott wants to really be up front anyway, you know. He might be involved in that caution.
One thing that little incident with Huang Do happened, that shuffled Davey Hazard and Noah Joyce out of this lead pack. They're now about 2.5 seconds behind them.
Those two have been working good all race long, from the opening laps to their pit cycle. Even as a team, now teammates dropping back to save fuel late in the race.
There they are, but this is not how you want to do it. I don't think. You're too far out of the draft and you're falling back. Two cars can't do it by themselves.
I mean, you know, depending on how big the wreck is, 2 seconds, you know.
Could be. We're right on board with the leader, Kyle Lovell. Got the 2 lap cars in front of him still.
The wild card at this moment is Tommy Bordeaux. Still stuck there behind Martin.
He's on the outside of Martin. Got Coleman, the lap car, in front of him. Just all boxed in with all these lap cars now as you're right on board with Colby Martin. Just in the middle of this mess here. He's a lap down in 12th. First car a lap down.
Ooh.
Oh,
Lamp up there moves, just moving all around. That little checkup, though, might be what Tommy Bordeaux needs.
Yeah, he did, and he's now edged his way out front in front of Lovell. Lovell's to the left of Bordeaux here. Side by side for the lead.
With a lap car coming up. Oh, this is tricky.
That's Krastowski up there that they're going to catch. He's 10th. And that's another spot for Scott Lamp, too.
Gage sees it happening early, tries to move up to the high side, drops him back.
That third line's not there as they move underneath Krastowski. He's giving him the inside. Okay, we just got word from race control. The 42 is having frame rate issues, and that's why William Page is falling back. That's been a issue these last few races with random guys just having frame rate issues. Oh, they go 3 wide down the backstretch. Viken came up the middle. Now they're 3 wide again.
Goes down the minimum of that middle top line.
Oh, Smith. Though. Goodness gracious. He blinks out the worst possible seconds there.
On the high side second. Tommy Bordeaux actually first in the race. Side by side with Lamp.
3 wide behind him. Mikey Murata coming to the outside, and that 62 through the middle, pulling behind Bordeaux. He's in second now. For those of you just tuning in, this is a absolute mess. We have lap down cars mixed in with the leaders here. Luke Smith on the bottom, Trey Coleman on the outside. Those 2 guys are lap down. Scott Lamp in the 21, your points leader. He's a lap down. The leader is Tommy Bordeaux in the 57 as he pushes ahead, with Mikey Murata in second in the 62. Cal Lovell and Blake Viken battling with them. And Austin Hakes pulling up into 5th.
Got lap down cars battling up front.
Hey, all the lap down cars in the bottom now. And here comes some pit stops.
Pit cycle, let's go.
Out of nowhere. Here we go. We're down to coming to 4 to go here, guys. Here we go. Oh, trouble! Trey Coleman gets turned, and yellow's out.
Yellow's out.
Yellow is out.
Smart pit stop by those lap down cars? Question mark.
Possibly. What
This
a
lines up
mess that was. Holy
Tommy
moly.
Bordeaux and Mariota on the restart.
Well, let's see what brought out the yellow. And this is going to change everything.
Mm-hmm. All tires, no gas?
Quite possibly. Oh, there was contact between Viken and Murata, and everybody's just checking up. Page caught a piece of that. Love all got in the back. Oh, there's Ingram got caught up in it. And somehow nobody officially wrecked in that. Page got turned 3 or 4 times, and they all straightened it back out.
Just so you know, it's just a good safe call. Better to call the caution. You know, even though everybody drove out of it fine, but with that much, chaos back there, better safe than sorry sometimes.
Too, so.
I'd prefer that instead of NASCAR, calling it way too early or way too late, where it doesn't make any sense.
From my perspective as race control here, it's like that probably shouldn't have been a yellow, so I'm going to forgo the caution claim on that, I think.
Okay, so they're saying no caution claim on this one because of it just being an absolute mess. They were just trying to get...
I mean, I'll drop back. That's not a big problem.
Yeah, they're just trying to figure out the...
Whatever. Doesn't matter.
They're just trying to figure out the caution claim there, so...
It sounds like it matters, though. I'll go back. I mean, it's all good.
It was a lot of stuff. Looked like a bad bump. Also looked like a lift a bit from one of the cars up front. It led to a bad bump. It just was just a giant stack up in accordion.
Yep. A lot of cars in places that a lot of cars shouldn't have been in that situation. But that's the hazard of Talladega. As they continue to discuss what's going on there, we're just going to let them talk it out. I think it's getting a little too serious in there right now. But this has definitely changed the complexion of the race, as I believe we're trying to figure out which cars got the lead lap, as there's the investigation there with who all was involved with that. We're trying to figure out which cars got the lead lap back. It looks like Scott Lamp has gone 2 laps down now. He's pitted.
Yeah.
So I think he was fighting to be... Evidently he lost another lap there, Dale, and we didn't catch it. So he's actually 2 down on my screen right now.
I think he lost a lap because they pitted early.
Yes.
And then the caution
came out, and that pinned him a lap down. You're right. Yes. We didn't catch who all was coming in the pits when that caution came out because it all happened so quick.
I think it was just majority of this the lap down cars so excited. I think the only car I think a lap down that did not pit was probably the 23 at Coleman because he was involved in that caution incident.
Correct.
So, but Tommy Bordeaux and Mariota, they do not pit at all.
Nope, they have not pitted. We'll see if they pit the next time by or if they're going to try and stretch it. We're probably going to be in green-white checkered territory here.
Ooh, this is shades of Sunday,
Yes, sir.
Saw that worked out for Kyle Larson, and all the front row and the Toyotas decided to work together to beat the Hendrick cars.
And then Larson ran out of gas. Is lightning going to strike twice in the same day, or in the same weekend? What am I saying? It's Thursday.
It was the same week.
Yes, there. Thank you. That's what I meant. You'd think I would be more sharp with this broadcast this week because I've been off this week. So it's kind of.
But you did race though.
No, I didn't race. Well, I raced Tuesday night, but
yeah.
I don't know why I'm just a little off. I don't know why.
Were you partying in the infield without me?
No, not this time. Looks like Scott Lamp. He's still in the pits. Tommy's gonna duck in last second. While Tommy pits here, we're gonna take a look real quick and see if Scott Lamp was involved in this somehow, because he's still on the pit lane unless he's just getting a bunch of damage fixed. That's all I can figure.
Yeah, Scott. Yeah, I think
He might have just been trying to get a bunch of damage fixed.
Yeah, late in the race, he wants his
I mean,
car
he's got a lot
top-notch.
of right front damage there, where it's dropping back. Yeah, I think that's what he's doing. So we'll go back to live. We were just curious on that for our benefit. There he is coming out.
At this point, it's a moot point. You know, basically gonna get green white checkered. You did pit early. You had the advantage right there.
And
but,
we are
2 laps down. You know, fixing your damage, will that make a lot of difference this late in the race?
It could, but he's also 2 laps down, so he's just hoping for somebody to just.
I think pit road was closed, and they gave me a black banner and closed pit.
I mean,
I don't think it was.
You would have to Weaver, Peterson, Martin, and Ingram.
Oh.
Would all have to crash as well.
So Tommy Bordeaux, you see the P next to his name. He's under penalty for pitting when the pits were closed, when he ducked in to get that last second splash of fuel.
Ooh, they were closed. Ooh.
So that was the radio transmission from Tommy talking about that. So, wow.
But everybody else behind them hit.
No, he pitted the second time by, remember?
Oh,
he came in late, so
oh yeah.
I think that's where they tagged him. Just as he was coming in, it went to where it was going to be closed, coming to where they were doubling up. I've gotten caught out on that myself. One of those iRacing fun things.
Whether you pit early when pits are still closed, so you pit late.
So here is what we have. Mikey Murata, winner at Daytona in the Nextel Series. He's in the lead. DJ Harris alongside. Austin Hates, Blake Viken in row 2. Cal Lovell, Noah Joyce in row 3. Green flag in the air. First attempt at a green-white checkered.
Harris out there, bit too much. Doesn't have the support he needs.
Really, there was nobody on the 2 leaders as they restarted. That's definitely going to hurt Harris on the outside.
Yeah, but,
on board with Harris, he drops down. He's right behind Austin Hates.
The 28 did qualify pole, so he's got the speed.
He hasn't been up front hardly at all since. Here he comes.
Yeah. After the first 5 laps, after the rest of the field split him and Lamp. Yeah, and his head is probably just in there. I got the pole now late with a chance to win. I'm going for it.
Into the tri-oval. If they take the white, next flag ends it. Here they come. Through the tri-oval, Harris gets a run to the outside of Hakes. He's looking for help from Vika, but they make it 3 wide. White flag in the air.
3 wide for second, 3 wide for first.
Harris in the middle. Murata out front. Joyce going to give a push to Harris off of turn 2. Viken just about gets turned off turn 2. 3 by 3 down the back straightaway for the final time.
4 cars up high, 6 cars in the middle.
Harris getting a big shove from Joyce. Henrietta Bordeaux on the apron. She's got to shut it down. She's going to get out of the way. Everything's fine. Side by side for the lead. Harris versus Murata off turn 4. Harris with a huge push from Joyce off 4.
Hazard, Joyce.
Joyce looking low. Under the yellow line. Comes back up. He's going to hit Harris. He's going to hit Hazard. Harris to the line. He wins it. What a finish at Talladega!
That is a Dega special. Oh, man. Hazard just went for it a little bit too early.
We got DJ Harris winning, Noah Joyce second, Blake Viken third at the line, Hakes and Murata your top 5. Crazy finish here.
Yeah, that was a third, almost a third place for Hazard. Just made that move a bit too soon. Scattered the whole field.
We're going to back it up just a little bit further here. This is coming off turn 4. We're just going to do it live because I feel like it. Here they come off turn 4.
We'll do it live.
Murata gets almost turned by Hakes. Look at this 4-car push up from the outside. Joyce gets down on the apron, clips the back of Harris. Hazard hits the outside wall, and calamity behind him a little bit as they come across the line.
That's not even on Hazard like I thought. Noah Joyce just drives up into him, puts him into the wall.
Might be a little bit of talking to after that, possibly.
We
take a
hate
look.
to see it, after those two work so well throughout the race.
This will be on board with Noah Joyce. On this last lap, he looks low. DJ kind of pushes him down to the yellow line. Then there's contact. Davey Hazard is to the outside there. And that's the way they come across the line.
I'll take a look at that on Davey Hazard's view.
This is coming into turn 3 from Davey's view.
It's an amazing run on that outside line.
Look at this run they get. Right here, Hakes is going to clip the 62 right there. That knocks that inside lane out. Hazard gives Joyce a shove. Harris is trying to block. There's the contact. Into the outside wall goes Hazard, losing all those positions. Then he gets rear-ended and around he goes.
That is a rough way to end a race. A rough way. Like Davey performed well, amazing. Ran up front a lot, dropped back to save fuel. Him and Noah Joyce, worked back together, got back up front. Just to get knocked by the person you're helping for most of the races gotta hurt a bit.
Cal Lovall.
But that is Talladega, baby.
Yes, yes it is. Still waiting for official word. I haven't heard anything from race control about anything.
That's a lot to look at.
There is, yep. Looking to see if we've got anybody. Nobody's moved into the interview room. So,
yeah.
Not for sure. Yep, I think we're going to call this one fairly official here.
Yeah, no one's in the interview room yet. Our top two is our leader, our race winner is confirmed.
And there is DJ coming to the line. Burning it down. There's your winner.
Yeah, made their way to the interview room is Blake Vegan. He's on the board, finishing third.
If I can get DJ's name to pop up. There we go. DJ Harris. There's your winner. The Yellowwood 180 at Talladega.
So I'm looking for, instead of peeping into the green room, we got 2 of the 3,
Yeah, I think this is pretty well official. Just want to make sure because there was
official, yeah.
You got that yellow line involved there, so I think we're going to roll with that. And I think Noah, I don't think his mic's working, so I don't know if we'll be hearing from him tonight or not. So we're going to step aside just for a second, get our results ready to go, and then we'll talk with our top 3 finishers here in just a moment.
16mm Film Crew is a film and TV podcast. Join Cindy and Dale as they talk about the latest TV shows, movies, and entertainment news. New episodes drop every Tuesday, everywhere podcasts are found. Videos go live on YouTube every Thursday. Visit them on their website at 16mmfilmcrew.com.
The most important part of your business are all the people who come through your doors every day. And Cintas can help you take care of them. Your dedicated Cintas service reps will provide the essential products and support to help keep your employees performing at their best.
So your business can too. Get Cintas.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
16mm Film Crew is a film and TV podcast. Join Cindy and Dale as they talk about the latest TV shows, movies, and entertainment news. New episodes drop every Tuesday, everywhere podcasts are found. Videos go live on YouTube every Thursday. Visit them on their website at 16mmfilmcrew.com.
Oh, I'm ready.
The most important part of your business are all the people who come through your doors every day. And Cintas can help you take care of them. Your dedicated Cintas service reps will provide the essential products and support to help keep your employees performing at their best.
So your business can too. Get Cintas.
Oh, I'm ready.
And get ready for the workday.
Welcome back to Talladega. The Yellowwood 180 is in the books. We have yet another first-time winner in this race. We haven't had a repeat winner in the second race at Talladega since Season 2. And here's your results. DJ Harris is your winner by a 10th over Noah Joyce. Blake Viken comes home third. Austin Hakes, the pole sitter, fourth. Michael Murata finishes in fifth. There's the rest of the top 10 on your screen. 11th through 19th. All these guys a lap down. 10 cars remaining on the lead lap at the end of this one. And that's your field for tonight's race here at Talladega. All right. Well, Dale, let's see if we can get our third place finisher in here. Blake Viken, driver the number 08. You got a copy, buddy? Well, that was an interesting run to the checkers there. Got the lap cars mixed in there for most of the second half of the race, and then just outright chaos there at the end. Tell us about your run tonight, bud.
The lap cars was very interesting. I just tried to help my teammates, Austin Hicks and Scotty, but Scotty decided to lose some skill there.
You were up front pretty much the entire night. You had a great run in that 08 machine. The final pit stop sequence helped you guys out, it seemed like. Timing with that came out pretty good. Was it just a case of just trying to get in the right line at the end?
Yeah, just I was hoping the 31 was going to help me out there at the end, but he decided to go with the 9, and I was just there for the ride.
Well, you came home third, got a podium out of it, so it got at least a little bit of the right line anyway. So congratulations on that. You got some great sponsors on that 08 machine. Don't get to talk to you too much, so go ahead and give some shout-outs tonight. The floor is yours.
All right, yeah, I just want to give a shout out to all my fans out there and my 2 teammates. Well, I guess 3 with Brandon, but he doesn't show up very often.
Got to have some help from those teammates that don't show up, exactly. But you did get a couple shout-outs in the chat tonight from Ryan Warp. He said, hey. So congratulations on that third place. You definitely had one fan out there giving you shout-outs in the chat, so congratulations on that. How do you feel about Darlington and Vegas coming up?
Darlington, I'm going to be hitting the wall multiple times. Vegas, I feel good there.
Awesome. Yeah, I think that's pretty much going to be the MO for everybody at Darlington, so won't be surprised at all about that. But it sounds like Vegas is going to be more of a good opportunity for you than Darlington, it sounds like.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, congratulations, Blake. Great run tonight, finishing third. Congratulations. We'll catch you at Darlington.
Thank you.
Blake Viken, driver the number 08, finishes third tonight. Noah might be talking to us later, but we're going to go ahead and talk to a very loud Victory Lane celebration with DJ Harris. My buddy, number 9, comes home first. How you doing, buddy?
I don't know what to feel right now, Chris. I said in the Discord there that by lap 4 I'd be joining you in the booth.
Did see that.
I didn't turn out that way.
Yes!
Yeah, it was a mess. First of all, thanks to Noah for the push at the end. I thought I made that move way too early. He stayed committed. I prepaid him by pushing him down below the yellow line, and I kind of feel bad about that. I'm glad he didn't wreck me. But yeah, big thanks to him for sure. Big thanks to Zach Rosowski, Turn Left Racing Team guys. Just ecstatic. I don't know what to feel. I was about to cry at the start-finish line there. Got lost on the way to the interview room. Forgot where that was, but we made it, and we're here.
That run before the last pit stop, when all those lap cars were all mixed in there with the lead lap cars, Was that just a case of just survival at that point, or what were you thinking when all that was going on?
To be honest, I don't know what was going through my mind. I was just worried about staying alive. I was trying to push Tommy and Mikey up there, and then I got shuffled out, and I had a few choice words for some people in there, and I obviously apologize for all that and see in a moment. But yeah, it's survival. I just trying to make sure that I had enough fuel to the end, and I really did not want that caution to come out because we were sitting fifth, I believe, and that kind of what I thought at the time would throw a wrench into the strategy. But it all worked out in the end, and I can't complain.
Now you can't complain about a win. Absolutely.
Win, yeah.
And mind you, real quick, technically, this is my second career win in the USORL Cup Series.
There you go. Yes.
But the first one came at Mansfield back in season 7. I got in that race we got encumbered and given to Trey Coleman because I had the wrong EXE in.
That's right. Yes.
This is technically my first career cup win that does not have an asterisk beside it.
I was in that race. We totally forgot about that. Yes. We were wondering how he was that strong that night, and he had just a slightly different EXE in NR that night. It was great.
And let me tell you, when we had the 1776 race on July 4th, whatever that was called, thanks John Peterson.
Yes.
I was terrible that night. So I was just as confused as you guys were on how I was so strong. But then we found out the real reason.
Totally forgot about that, but I love when people tell on themselves in here. It's so great. It's like a truth serum comes out in the Fast 29 broadcast booth. It's great.
See, honesty is the best policy,
I couldn't go on knowing that I won that race because somebody asked me, "Hey, how did you win that?" I'm like, oh, wait a second. So I told then Matt Spielman, the guy that ran the sleeve back then, I said, "Hey, look, I screwed up." And so we gave that one to Trey, but I wouldn't be able to live myself if we kept it.
I would have felt the same way. I do have one question for you, and this has been asked in the Discord too. How did you have enough fuel? You and Mikey did not pit on that last pit stop. How did you have enough fuel to make it for that green-white checkered?
So yeah, there was guys that went in really, really early. We had Davey and Noah behind us, I believe, that were trying to make it, or ahead of us, are trying to make it. We were the very last course pit with Austin Hakes and them. Thankfully, we just had enough. I clutched in during that last that green white checkered caution there, and I think when I came to the line, I saw that I had like 6 laps left. So it was a stroke of luck and some genius from other guys. I was kind of just the one that was following everything, so it all worked out.
Tommy Bordeaux dove in late with the pits closed. He was up there with you guys. I thought he was be on the same strategy with the rest of you, but he just disregarded in a pit lane and ended up with a penalty.
Yeah, see, I think he pit a little bit earlier before us because I know Zach Rostowski was with us, Hakes, I forget who else was with us. But yeah, I think Tommy pit a couple laps earlier, and I think that might have sealed the deal for that. But yeah, we were the last ones to pit, and it just worked out for us.
Worked out beautifully. Well, you got a lot of good partners on that number 9 car. Floor is yours. Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, firstly, again, Zach Rostowski, the Turn Left Racing team. Again, Noah Joyce, thank you. And I'm sorry for pushing down there. Bombardier, they're on the card tonight. Usually we run special paint schemes, but tonight we ran the primary. Gear Wrench, Fleet.io, Konica Minolta, Western Star Trucks, Wendy's, Low Air, Zach Rostowski's regional airline, Reflow, Mobile One, Victor Lab Racing Designs, which is my designing company, Toyota, the Sunny D family of racing. Everybody just makes this happen and allows us to go out here every week and put on a show like this.
It was definitely a blast to watch. Well, congratulations. Enjoy it. How do you feel about Darlington and Vegas in the next 2 weeks? Two races left. How do you feel about them?
Is it Darlington next week?
It's Darlington next week. Yep.
I don't know. I guess we'll find out. We'll see what the vibes are like. For Darlington is not a good track for me. I've never liked Darlington. Never been good at it. I've wrecked out in all the races I've been in Darlington. So we'll see what happens.
Sounds like what everybody else is saying too. So I think you're in good company. Yeah.
Yeah, Vegas we're good. I think we're good at it because our mile and a half program this season has been phenomenal. So the Sevs have been great. I think we'll do really well there. I'm excited for that one instead of Darlington.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on the big win tonight at Dega. Congratulations. Enjoy it. We'll catch you in the next one, buddy.
My God, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
DJ
I managed to peek out the hallway a bit. I found Noah. He was in the wrong office. So let's see if I can get him into the room real quick.
Okay.
For you real quick.
There we go. Noah Joyce, driver the number 31, brings it home second tonight. Got a copy, buddy?
Got you, Chris.
Okay, first of all, how did you not wreck the field coming to the start finish line? That's my first question.
That's a good question. I don't even really know what I did. I feel really bad because I killed Davey, but yeah. I don't know, Chris. I don't know a lot that happened.
You, me, us, everybody watching. Yeah, it was just a cluster, as it always is at the end of a Dega race. But end up bouncing into second, so that's great. So the question that we were all asking was, all those lap cars bunched in there with the lead pack for the majority of the second half of this race. What could you even make a strategy, or were you just hoping they weren't going to screw up and cause a big wreck? Was that kind of the basically the strategy you had?
So me and Davey were actually, like, when we came off pit road, we were about a lap and a half short, and we knew we were in for the long haul for there. We were backing down the pace in the back, and they actually made it really hard because once they got to the front, they wanted to push the pace. It was pretty much impossible to guess what we wanted to do at that point. I wasn't planning on them wrecking each other, but it wouldn't be unfair to say I was kind of hoping they would, if I'm being real.
And we thought too that with them being out front, that with the fuel situation being as close as it was, that could almost have been help. You guys could have just kind of rode behind them and just kind of saved gas the entire way.
Yeah, well, the problem specific to me and Davey, I know, they were behind us at first, so they were kind of pushing us, leaving that little bubble there. We were able to save, but once they got to the front, they were just pulling all of us. You know, they were, like I said, they were forcing the pace at that point. It was kind of out of our hand.
Yep. But it ended up working out at the end. You came home second. Luckily, not too much the worse for wear with everything going on around you there. But you know what to do here. Floor is yours. Got great partners on that 31. Go ahead, buddy.
Absolutely. It's a little unfortunate to kind of feel this disappointed with the second place. We kind of drove through the field there. I felt like a little bit at the end. But we'll take it. Shout out DJ. Shout out Davey. I know he's probably a little mad at me, but it's good, man. We worked together good all night. Thanks to Bass Pro Shops. Thanks to Darren Ingram, Tommy Bordeaux, Joseph Weaver, Michael Murata, everybody I'm probably forgetting. I feel really bad when I do that, but it's going to happen anyway. Oreo, Taco Bell, they definitely got us here tonight. NCM, Chevrolet. And thanks to you guys, Dale and Chris, for another fantastic broadcast. I can't wait to watch it back.
Appreciate that, Noah. Congratulations on the second place tonight. How do you feel about Darlington and Vegas coming up? 2 races left.
Oh, man. Darlington's going to be fun. I feel like I'm going to be awful, but we'll take it as what it is.
Everybody said
Vegas.
that. It's everybody's saying they're going to ride the wall at Darlington, you know.
Yep. Yeah. Vegas, I feel like it's going to be a little toss-up. I feel like one of those chaotic ones, so I'm glad you guys will be along for the ride on that one.
We'll be looking forward to it. So congratulations, Noah, second place tonight, and we'll catch you in a couple weeks.
Absolutely. Thank you, Chris.
Noah Joyce, driver the number 31 Bass Pro Shop. Chevy comes home second tonight. All right, Dale, we're going to take a look quickly at the championship standings, completely unofficial right now, as we take a look at those. Once they get loaded, because you know how slow this thing can be. It's calculating. It's calculating. There we go. There's your unofficial championship results as they sit at the moment. Scott Lamp with a 43-point cushion over Austin Hakes now. William Page in third. Cal Lovell fourth. Garrett Sidnor, by virtue of not being here tonight, he falls back to fifth. Noah Joyce moves up to sixth. Darren Ingram seventh. Davey Hazard eighth. Luke Smith ninth. Cam Barnes falls back to 10th as he was not here as well. I pushed the wrong button. There we go. There's the other two championship contenders, Zach Rostowski, Wong Do. DJ Harris solidifies his position in 13th as the first car outside of the playoff standings, sitting in 13th. Well, Dale, another Talladega in the books and another ridiculous finish, as we always see here with USRL.
Well, at Talladega, anything happens, anything goes. You know, you always get a good, last lap. Like I said, usually it's very sanitized with the next gen car real life, but with these gen 6 cars, the racing was always going to be fun. I saw that happening, so I'm glad I got what I wanted.
Exactly. Always looking for good racing. That's all we're looking for here on Fast 29. Well, We'll be back in 2 weeks for the finale for the USRL Cup Series from Vegas, so don't miss that one. That'll be 2 weeks from tonight. At this point, we do not have a sponsor for next week's race for Darlington, so at this point, as of right now, we are not broadcasting Darlington, but that is subject to change. So if that does come through, we'll obviously send out information about that. But right now, the next official broadcast for the USRL Cup Series will be in 2 weeks from Vegas for the finale. I will be back next Tuesday night, more than likely for Indianapolis in the USRL Next L Series. So we'll see how well we do there. I'm coming off of a career best. Oh, no. Well, I don't count Daytona finishing second there because that was kind of a crapshoot. But after that, I have not had any luck at all in that series, but I did come home 16th last week at Charlotte, so hoping for a little bit better at the home track in Indy. So we'll see how that goes next week on Tuesday night. So look for
you
that.
got this. You got this.
Indy's always been a little bit of a love-hate. I love Indianapolis as with the history and everything there, but it's not been kind to me in any series I've ever ran. So turn 3 is my Achilles heel there, but we'll see what happens next week. So definitely tune in for that. You'll see that from my point of view next Tuesday night, 8:15 Central Time here on Fast 29. But for now, Jamie, if you're watching wherever you are in the Talladega infield, I hope you're having a blast. Well, we missed you tonight, but no, in all seriousness, his mom had surgery. She had a knee replacement last Friday, and she's recuperating, so he's been taking care of her. So definitely want to send our thoughts and prayers to her, and as she continues to recover. So Jamie, missed you tonight, but we know why you did that. So the joking aside, we definitely appreciate you doing that for her. So that's awesome. But for Dale Barham, Chris Pickett signing off here from Fast 29. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in 2 weeks at Vegas. We'll see ya.
Bye.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.